And good evening, baseball fans, and welcome out to Merrill Blackburn Field here on the historic grounds of England Air Park, where, in fact, it is time for baseball at the Burn. I am Doug Gann, 446 Sports, excited to bring you Game 2 in the three-game set here at the Burn. Last night it was a 4-0 victory over the Cougars of Grant, and tonight they will take on the Trojans of East Beauregard. East Bow comes into the game, having lost their last four, so looking to try to get back on track. Had a JV game a little bit earlier that the the Warriors came back and won. In that one, trailed early, but came back and took care of business. Looking to see Logan Markle make his return to the mound tonight. Was able to visit with him a little bit earlier prior to the game as he was getting loose and running and doing his pregame type stuff. And so we're looking to see Lowe back on the mound. That'll be a good one to see, a good test to see how that injured finger is doing. It's just the ball will rest on it. It doesn't control. It's not one of his first two fingers. It's the ring finger, but still will throw your mindset off a little bit. But he's a competitor. He's a solid ball player, and we expect that he will. There you go. As we talk about him, there's Lowe getting into the dugout now, and we'll get ready. It looks like we're waiting on the officials. Game time was supposed to be 6 p.m. Had that JV game again, but maybe waiting on an official. A lot of baseball, softball going on tonight around 446 Sports, and everywhere you go, you're going to see some barbecue smoke going around as there's some dads and grandparents, fathers, families, all of them around there cooking for the concession stands, the kids, and all of that, and that's just baseball at its finest. Again, I am Doug Gann with 446 Sports, excited to bring you Grace Christian baseball tonight. The Trojans of East Bow come in 2-5 on the season, have had trouble scoring runs of late, and things are not going to get a whole lot easier for them tonight as the freshman Logan Markle makes his return. They'll face a left-hander whose fastball, when it's popping, is up in the mid-80s, and he switches speeds there, can take about 10 miles an hour off of it, developing that changeup and a good curveball. But his fastball is certainly the money pitch without a doubt. And we've seen him strike out, 24, 25 on the season thus far. Has only pitched a couple of games before he took that little freak accident there to his ring finger on his throwing hand. And so good to see him back out on the field. Have seen him bat a couple of times, but this is the first time that he will return to action throwing the baseball. And we've seen him at first base the time that he's been out there. You see McDaniel and Braden Wells chatting it up out there, and there is Logan getting the last little bit of information there from Coach Brown. And the officials have made it out, and they'll make their way out to home plate. And that means we've got the pregame talk from the coaches. They'll exchange lineup cards and go over the ground rules of the field here at Merrill Blackburn Field. And get ready to get our anthem and get this thing going. So we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be ready for our starting lineups, and you're watching it all on 446 Sports.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
And we're back to Merrill Blackburn Field here on the grounds of historic England Air Park. You see Coach Brown and the officials there getting ready, going over the ground rules and And look, I'm telling you, Thomas Stokes did such a good job of doing Coach Brown's little pregame ritual that he does with the officials, pointing it all out there, and all in good fun, but it certainly was. It was great. Thomas graduated in 2017. That was a state championship year here. Had a number of runner-up seasons and looking to get back down there. More Class B as tough as it ever was this year. Should be an exciting season. Early on in this one, Warriors 7-2 on the season will face East Bow tonight before welcoming in Pleasant Hill tomorrow. Don't know much about Pleasant Hill. Don't think they've played any games this year. But do know that this East Bow team has struggled to put up runs over their last 4 or 5 games. The game that they won this season, as they're 1-5, I guess, they put up 13 runs. But it's been tough sledding since then. We're going to turn it over and let you listen to the PA as we will get the anthem. We'll get the starters out there, and we'll get ready to get this thing going. I am Doug Gann, 446 Sports. So glad that you're choosing to spend your Friday night with us. There you have our national anthem, and we are getting ready to welcome out the Grace Christian Warriors as they will make their way out defensively. We'll follow them out and around, and here come Grace Christian Warriors. That's Talon Epnet there at center field. See, Colton Thiels will be, as we catch up with him, Colton Thiels over in left field. We'll swing past the camera and see Drew Horn getting ready out in left field. There's Drew. Warrior infield pretty close to what it has been. Looks like a little bit of a switch there as Brady McDaniel will swap and go over to third base. Maddox Adelise, who has been a fixture at shortstop, he's there with Cooper Courtright, who is the Warriors' second baseman. Over to first base. Familiar territory there, and Canyon Wright is back at first base. He was on the hill last night and threw a gem. Struck out 11 Grant Cougars, only gave up 2 hits, did not allow a run. And we told you about it before. There's Braden Wells behind the dish. And getting ready to get things going on the mound is the left-handed freshman Logan Markle. Logan's been nothing but dominant this season as his strikeout to walk ratio, his strikeout to innings pitched ratio, just about 2-to-1 strikeouts to innings pitched this year. And anytime you do that, you're going to have a lot of success out of it without a doubt. The throw down to second base goes in. They'll get it around, and back it comes. And we're just about ready to get this thing going. You see in the bottom left-hand corner, that is our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. We'll do our best to keep you up with that. Left-handed batter for Eastbow. Did not get a lineup for Eastbow, so don't have names for those young men, and we apologize. Rocks back and delivers this one. Misses down low, ball one. If I forget to put something up, y'all got to bear with me tonight. Swung on and missed there right through that fastball, and good-looking fastball. You get a shot in it at Coop as well. That one misses just outside and away, and 2 balls and 1 strike. And what we were wondering is, would the 2-week layoff do for Logan? Swung on through that, and not really a good attempt. Batter kind of bailing out of that one. I think you come back with a heat, and you're in pretty good shape here. Markle rocks back and delivers this one down in the dirt, up and over the backstop area, but rolls and settles underneath that mat there in the back. And first batter of the night after a couple of week layoff for Markle is run to a full count. Just got to get something close in there, too. We've not seen very productive swings out of that young man. That's a ground ball over to first. It goes, and in time for the first out. So good job of coming back in that and putting that ball in play. And one down here in the top of the first we go. We'll see what they do with Logan. But when it comes to batting-wise, he has been down in the bottom part of the order now. Was it leadoff to start the season? Good-looking fastball in there for strike one. Markle rocks back, delivers this one, and it is fouled off straight back quickly, 0-2. And this is the point where Logan's able to really do what Logan wants to do here. Rocks back and delivers this one down low, trying to get him to chase something and doesn't do it. And you'll see him settle back in now. Lefty works very quickly. Swung on. That one goes over to the, again, they are late. You'll see this defense swing way over, and you'll see it too, Epnet, how far on the left side of second base that he is. Swung on and missed and down on strikes. That's the first strikeout of the night for Logan. And quickly 2 up, 2 down. A little bit of a breeze. I don't think there was much of a breeze last night in this one. That one taken inside, ball one. Cloudy, though, so it didn't allow the sun to really work today. It's been cloudy most all day. But I'll leave that for my weather website friends. That's not up to me to tell you about. You can look outside and see it's cloudy. Cool looking clouds, though. We're trying to get a shot of them maybe in the second. We'll look around there. That one misses. Those are those clouds we told you about there. We'll get back to them. Logan rocks back, fires this one inside as well. And it's 3 balls and a strike. But that's that sunset. It comes over this area that's right here. But it's peeping through those clouds, making for a pretty good looking show here at night. Big shout out to our cameraman for getting that one. That one fouled back and out over that first base. So they're behind. Logan back and gets the count full. That one fouled off. Again behind it, but able to go in there And Markle once again, 3-2 delivery, rocks back and delivers this one. Swung on and missed and down on strikes. And Logan Markle, first pitch ground ball, but then strikes out the next two. Good work there, 3 up, 3 down for East Bow. Warriors coming up in the bottom of the first when we come back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
For Grace Christian Tillage up in Springfield, Missouri. There's a good look at Maddox, and it'd be good to get him going tonight, get him the spark plug of this offense. I mean, when he gets on, it's really, it's pretty much his thing. Down to second base with the throw, a little bit off target. We'll see if the Warriors keep an eye on that. But we're set to go. Maddox Adelees will lead things off. Canyon Wright sits in the on-deck circle, and here we go. East Bow has struggled. We told you that before. They have given up a total of 70 runs in the last 4 games and have yet to score over that stretch. So the Warriors really need to have an aggressive approach at this. I think they'll be up there taking some, but as far as getting runs, they're going to have to get after it tonight. That one comes inside on Maddox, and 1 ball and 1 strike. Good looking right-hander on the mound for East Bow. Rocks back, delivers this one. That one fouled straight back. And quickly ahead of Adelees, 1 ball and 2 strikes here. One-two offering now from the righty. That one is lifted high and down the line. And there for the out. Out number 1 is made. And Canyon Wright will stride in ready to go. One down here in the bottom of the first. You know that that Maddox is not going to be excited about that one. That misses that one, ball 1. If you're following along with us there on YouTube tonight, we appreciate that. Make sure you go up there and leave us a comment on where you're watching from. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do that. Doesn't cost you anything to do. 1-0 offering to Canyon. Right down the pipe, 1 ball, 1 strike. Very cautious approach, it looks like, is what these Warrior hitters are taking tonight. Very slow and methodical approach here. 1-1 offering, swung on and missed. Boy, after last night's game, we talked to Canyon on the field, and he said, man, we just got to get the offense going. But they have thrown a lot. I mean, they saw slow pitching last night and have seen off-speed tonight in this one. That one hammered over to the right side, though, and that's going to be there for a base hit. As Canyon gets the hit parade going, he'll get over there and take off all of that armor. Get the Skittles. And Brady McDaniel will stride into the plate. Swings as hot as bad as anybody does on this team. Well, it was a good at bat from Canyon just to get behind in that and hit that one right where it was pitched. Good piece of hitting on that from Canyon. That one inside. Pitcher throws the ball well. We saw him get Maddox out as a leadoff hitter. But Canyon able to put one on the right side of the infield and get the first base hit of the night. Steadies this, goes back and swung on and missed there. You get a look at Canyon there at first base. Had the game's only single. But we're early into this one. That one hits Brady, but has Canyon down to second base. He'd have had that base stolen, but hit by pitch puts McDaniel on it first. A little bit. Braden Wells will bat cleanup tonight for the Warriors. Let's get the runners where they're supposed to be. There we go. Still looking for that right combination there up at the top of the order. He's moved around 2 or 3 different hitters in that 4-hole. Thought he had it set up before the injury to Markle. That one misses inside. Evens the count of the ball and a strike. Got a good one going on. Covering some Tioga softball tournament tonight. Buckeye and West Washita doing battle. That game was in extra innings, I believe. Menard and Grant playing tonight as that one is swung on and missed. We'll keep you updated on that one. Lady Trojans win big there. Congratulations to Lafayette Christian Academy. They win their 4th straight girls basketball state title in 8 out of 9. My goodness. That one down low, evens the count of it, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Simpson Lady Broncos also win their state title today. Bell City and Fairview going at it tonight. Playing, yeah. Two-two delivery. That one is check swung on and taken as ball 3, and that will even fill up the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. This night starting to make its way down. The last night that you have at this time, as time changes tomorrow night, you'll spring forward an hour. We should stay there. That one hammered over to third base. It's going to get behind the third baseman, and that's going to send Canyon in. Trust me, you'll have to trust me on that. Canyon came around to score, hit the wrong button. I told you you'd have to forgive me. I didn't know that it would be on such a pivotal situation. But runners continue to be at first and second. First run across the board on an RBI base hit from Braden Wells. Logan stands in there ready to go, misses that one, and it's going to get away, and the runners don't go anywhere. It's like I told you, that so quick. 1 ball, no strikes here. 1 run already in for the Warriors. That one fouled back. We'll even things up at a ball and a strike. These Warriors are taking big cuts at it. Lady Rebels tonight, softball, and Parkview Baptist Lady Eagles are doing battle. We'll keep you up on all of these things that are going on around town tonight and around our local Cenla teams. When lifted down the line and foul, and that's going to get out of here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to hold Brady there at second. They don't realize he's not going anywhere. That one's going to right in the back. Making his way down to first base as it feels good. Plays in the background. He says, speak for yourself, but that'll load him up. Talon Epnet will stand in there. He's one of those that have moved around the lineup. This is pretty much where I think Talon is comfortable down here in the 5 and 6 spot. That's a good place for him. He hits the ball, cranks up a lot of RBI out of this area. That one taken for strike one up on the very top part of the strike zone. Don't forget, Grace Christian Baseball brought to you by Premier RV and Boat Storage. There's Talon. Grounds that one over to the near side. Looking for two. Won't get it. And the run will come across and score. That is the second run. So giving RBI to Talon. May not be the way he wanted it, but it's certainly an RBI and hustling down there. Official coming out here, getting set again. Didn't know what he was coming all the way out here for. Runners at first and third. Now we'll take that one off the runner that was erased at second base. Off and going. That won't even make a play. Talon just hustling down in there. That one ground into the Warrior dugout. They'll hustle it back in. When up and out of the zone, evens things up at a ball and a strike. You know that the Warriors certainly want to add a little bit to this. They've got some stuff brewing here in the bottom of the first and want to try to capitalize on anything that they can. Looking for that 2-out hit. That one down low had some groans from that East Bow crowd. Keep an eye on that Menard Grant score for you as well. Right here, it is 2-0. Trouble still brewing for the Warriors in the bottom half of the first. That one misses away. 3 balls and a strike. Pitcher for East Bow has done a good job of getting that first strike, but it's just he's fallen off after that with most of the batters that he's faced, and he's faced a lot of them this inning. Still looking for that timely, big, crucial hit, though, are the Warriors. That one's taken as a strike there to Thiels. Evens things up or fills it up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. On the scroll there at the bottom, you see Ash baseball scheduled for Saturday. The game has been moved to Sunday. It's a doubleheader. They'll play against the Wrecking Rams of Acadiana on Sunday. One misses down low, and that'll load the bases up. There's Colton Thiel, strides in, ready to go. That one bounces around, but nobody going anywhere. Don't necessarily know that they were ready for that one. You get a look at Court Wright, who stands in there. Drew, that walk looks like he's got the work gloves on. Goes to work every time he gets out on the field. There's no doubt about that. Bases loaded. That one over the head of Fields. 2 balls and no strikes. And young pitcher from East Bow did a good job trying to get out of this one with minimal damage, but has been errant on the last couple of pitches to the last couple of batters. That one, anything but errant. It's right down there for strike one. Warriors 8-9 hole hitters will be taken until they get that strike on them. You know that, with as much as the pitcher from East Bow has been out of the zone. Rocks back, delivers the 2-1, and that one is ground over to short. He'll fling it over to first base in time, and that will retire the side. The Warriors leave them loaded but pick up 2 runs. We'll be back right after this. Go to the top of the second when we come back.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community's spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. 446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes to play.
Back to Merrill Blackburn Field here in the top of the second we go. Warriors put up a couple of runs. I'm trying to think back. I guess Canyon had the lone base hit. So 1 hit, 1 run, 1 error, and 3 left on. And that's the runners left on base really have mounted up on the Warriors this year. And you know that that bothers Coach Brown as much as anything else does here, not being able to get those runners in when they're having a big inning. That one down low, ball 1. Again, Logan had 2 strikeouts in that first inning. Good to see him back in the game throwing. It was a ground out in his the first batter. And then it was all Logan. Boy, Logan comes back and puts run right on the leg of that young. It's like, yeah, that was a pretty good fastball. Logan's got a pretty good move. We've seen that a lot. And they've got him. Just as we talked about it, they're going to have that young man picked off. Canyon does a good job of tracking him down, but right on cue, we talked about that move from Logan. And he says, look, I hit you, but that allowed me to work on my pickoff move. And erases that and adds the out there. Logan usually responds well after he's had a hit batter or a walk or anything like that. He gets that, boy, that's the one thing that you don't want to do is make your pitcher work a little bit. Coop comes up and gets that one for him, and Logan will make his way back to the mound. 1 down, top of the second, pardon me. Logan rocks back and delivers this one. Swung on there and evens the count of the ball and a strike. When he gets that run go, Logan back to work. Now that one fouled back and into the night. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Big shout out to our official sandwich shop of 446 Sports. That is Firehouse Subs. Swung on and missed, down on strikes. That's strikeout number 3. And quickly 2 outs in this one. When he is on, he makes it easy to run the camera in this one because we keep it on this shot quite a lot throughout the night. That one bounces there. Thought it went off of the foot. It did not. And that's ball 1. He's going to work right through any sort of announcer jinx there is. I guess I'm trying my best, you say. But no, he's just solid as you see. Swung on and missed there, strike 1. 3 strikeouts for Merrill, a pickoff, a hit batter. Logan rocks back, delivers this one. That one misses down low, 2 balls and a strike. Warriors will send 9-1-2 to the plate. If you're looking ahead to the bottom of the second, that would be Horn, Adelise, and Kenyon. Good-looking strike right there. And he's not playing around with a lot of stuff. He's just throwing, seemed like he's throwing a lot of fastballs, just moving it around. And boy, we talked about that with him too. And he said, yeah, that's the idea, just move it around. Merrill rocks back and overthrows this one a little bit. And full count on the way. Buckeye walks it off against West Ouachita. 2-run shot, 9-7 final over there. So we'll look back at some of that. That's a great one to clip up tonight too. Buckeye Lady Panthers walk it off against the Lady Chiefs of West Ouachita. Down low in ball 4. So that's a hit by pitch and a walk this inning. I encourage that young man at first base not to stray too far from it. What Logan does is such a good job. Oh, that's close too. Such a good job of varying his delivery, varying his move to first base. You won't see him more than one time in a row with the same move, either to home or to first. He'll come set, he'll slide step. He just does a lot of different things. And yeah, that's a different move, and that's close, and he got him. Ring it up. That's 2 batters walked in this inning. 1 hit by pitch officially. But good work there by Logan. He hit by pitch, picked him off. Walked a man, picked him off. Goodness gracious, and struck 3 out along the way. 9-1-2 due up for the Warriors. That is Horn, Adelise, and Wright when we come back.
We've all seen how quickly things can change. Everything from the world around us to the cost of things we use on a daily basis. That's why we all need someone in our corner to keep our family protected while still watching out for our pocketbook. I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's no better time than now to complete an insurance review to make sure you're properly covered and not paying too much. Whether it's in our office, at your home, or your place of business, let us help you find peace of mind. If you're in need of your insurance checkup, whether auto, home, or life, talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
And we're back to Merrill Blackburn Field. You get a good look at Drew Horn, who is getting ready to go to work. Final score, Alexandria down, used a 4-run fifth, I believe it was, down in Acadiana area. They take on the Wrecking Rams today. Won that one 5-1. Clayton Doyle with the complete game winner. Buckeye Lady Panthers with a walk-off 2-run home run in their final at-bat to win it 9-7 in that one. A lot of exciting work. Don't have anything from Menard yet, as it's just as early in that one, I've got to believe, as this one in. Actually, I take that back. The Eagles are up 7-0 in the bottom of the second. They put 4 up in the first, 3 up in the second. Parkview Lady Rebels Pineville Lady Rebels on top of the Parkview Lady Eagles. That one is 2-0. It's early on here. Ash Lady Trojans won early. We told you 19-3 over Florine. I think that gets you caught up around the way. And we're back to action. Drew Horn now will stand in there ready to go. See what the Warriors are able to do. They put a 2-spot across in a very long and lengthy first inning, only able to get 2. Got down to the 8-hole, and that ended things. Swung on and threw that one is Horn. Good crowd has made their way out to Grace Christian on a Friday night here at England Air Park. I know the Lady Warriors are in action tonight. There's a ground ball over to the near side. Second base coming up. He's going to bobble around and unable to get that one. And Horn will reach on E2, or E4, correction. I saw 2 or 3 of the Lady Warriors out here. I think they've got an 8 o'clock game tonight over at that Tioga Lady Indians tournament out at Ward 10. A lot going on out there today and tomorrow. All over town, as a matter of fact. It is. Runner at first is Horn. There you see Drew, who reached first on an error to lead things off here. Just a masterful inning there. Off and running now is Horn, and he's going to be there in plenty of time. Reached on the air, now second base. Had it stolen too. It was a wild pitch, but the base was stolen in time. Let's move him over. Trying to flash in on him, nothing there. Adelise takes that one outside as well. 3 balls and no strikes here to Adelise. You know, he's chomping at the bits. He recorded an out back in the first inning, last inning, so he's hitting for the second time tonight. That went down low, and it's a 4-pitch walk. We'll put runners at first and second. There you see Maddox. Maddox at first. Drew Horn over at second. Canyon Wright waits to hit here. Watches strike one go in there, and just challenging. I don't know if the catcher's going out and telling him, hey, you might not want to throw that fastball to this cat. He can hammer it. Menard pushed across a couple of more. They lead Grant 9-0 in this one. Very young team over there at Holy Savior Menard. Coach Jordan Marks doing a great job with those guys. That one misses inside to Canyon, evens things up at a ball and a strike. See it on the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard down in the bottom left-hand corner. Warriors lead this one 2-0 over the Trojans of East Beauregard. East Bow, they call them, in the powder blue with red, white pants. Canyon watches ball 2 go down low. One thing he is disciplined. You'll see a lot of power hitters just up there hacking away. Knowing they're going to pitch around him takes a lot of patience. You'll see some guys swinging at anything, thinking that they can hit whatever's thrown their way. One just misses outside. And walk here would load him up for McDaniel. It's where McDaniel's got to be the protector. He's got to start hitting the ball well in order to let Canyon see some good pitches. We'll see if the 3-1 tries to challenge him. He doesn't. It goes up top. And that back-to-back walks will load the bases up. And Brady McDaniel will stride to the plate. You can look at Brady as well as some of that merchandise that's for sale as you walk in. Canyon over at first base following that walk. Over at second base is Adelise, and Drew Horn is the lead runner at third base. This is Brady McDaniel. Takes that one inside for ball one. Bases loaded here. Warriors stranded the bases loaded in the bottom of the first, looking to really get something going and try to break this thing open. McDaniel lifts that one out to center field, way back. It's going to bang off the wall. We'll get things settled, and you'll see one run come across. Hustling around is another, and that is a two-run single there for McDaniel, and hit it just about as far as you could out here, and that puts a couple across. And you get a good look at Brady. Knock those in. Wind is blowing. What is it? It's like it's blowing behind us, blowing in just a little bit. Watch for McDaniel to be off and going, and he is. That one thrown high. They were going to get him, though. That's a stolen base for the young man, and he'll be proud of that one. Four to nothing. Warriors have put up a couple here in the second. That one in there for the strike. Quickly 0-2. To Wells. Braden Wells, the Warrior catcher, had his first home run the other night in that Saturday a week ago is what it was. Runs keep coming for Menard. They're up 11-0 in that one. They play in the second over across the subdivision. Bobbled there at second base, still trying to make the throw, and it's going to sail into the dugout, and that will allow another run to score, and that's going to bring Wells down to second base. Warriors pick up a couple there, and the lone base runner now is Wells, who is at second base. Nobody down in this one. And this is one of those innings that you know that East Bow just hates to see. I've seen a number of them in the last few games. That one is ground. Second base, he'll have a little more shot at it. Over to first, that one is in time, but it will move Wells over to third base. There you get a look at Braden, who made his way there, one out. Talon Ebnet will stride in, ready to go. Six to nothing, Warriors lead this one, bottom of the second. That one misses outside for ball one. Warriors have hit the ball pretty hard, but it's been some miscues, unfortunately, defensively for this East Bow team that has caused the lead to get to where it is right now. That one misses up and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Chuck has a little bit of a rest before that 8 o'clock game that he's got tonight. I think he's got Tioga and Buckeye, maybe. Anyway. That one misses down low again. As we told you, you see it going across the screen at the bottom of it. But Ash and Acadiana, that Ash won game one of that one, scheduled for 2 tomorrow. Those games have been moved to a doubleheader on Sunday beginning at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock start Sunday afternoon for the Ash Trojans. 3-0 offering right down the pipe for strike one. Talon had an RBI last inning, drove in a run back in that 2-run first. You know he'd like to do a little bit more with it here. He's got a runner over at third base. Swung on and missed right through that one. Talon does a lot of work with 2 strikes. We've seen Ebnet really control the bat. He'll choke up on it a little bit, maybe shorten the stance up some, and just pokes the ball out in the outfield. It's what you call a 2-strike approach. Gets that one on the ground. It's going to be a tough play for shortstop. He's not going to make it, and that's going to be another RBI for Ebnet. Again, just drive it into the ground and get something going. Good piece of hitting by Talon. Drives in another run, and the Warriors on top 7-0 here in this one. Cooper Courtright stands in, ready to go. There you get a good look at Coop. Stares over, gets a sign of what's going on, and I got to think it's hit away. Look and see if Talon's going to be off and going, and he will be, no doubt about that. Gets into second base, and again, bear with me, folks. It's it's somewhere Chuck is having a good time with it. Look, when you got the buttons and the button anyway. Good piece of running by. Ebnet gets him down to second base. You get a look at him there. Runner in scoring position now. Base hit from Coop ought to be able to score. Talon, he'll be off and going. 1 down. Warriors have put across 5 here in the bottom of the second. That one misses up and away. Ball 1. One thing that you got to see about this, Logan's had a good couple of innings. He has thrown the ball well. Last inning, as a matter of fact, struck out a guy, hit a pitch, picked him off, walked a guy, picked him off to retire the side. But he's been sitting over there for a little while. Step off there will send Talon back to the bag. And Coop never leaves the box. He's going to stand in there ready to hit. That one down and out of the zone. 2 balls and no strikes. Grace scheduled for a 2 p.m. start tomorrow. And we'll see. Weather's coming in. Looks like, from everything that I've seen, though, it's going to, here, announcer Jinx inserted, it's going to stay out of here till the evening. Right down the middle. Starting to see some fire engines out here on the base. A little activity somewhere. Been quiet out here, though. That one up and away. And that is ball 4 to Coop. And that'll get runners at first and second. Pretty smart base runners that are out there now. Colton Thiels takes his place in the batter's box. Make sure that we've got everybody set there. Yeah, 7-0. You see it here, bottom of the second. Warriors trying to get him a big inning out of it. You get a good look in at the youngster, the 8th grader, Colton Thiels, had his first home run the other night as well. Runners off and going. Double steal. And both runners will be there safely. 0-2. Looked like they had, Coach Brown had the hit and run going on, but Thiels was unable to, trying to speed the bat up a little bit on there. 0-2 now to Thiels. Hammers that one, though. That one's over to the shortstop. Over to first in time, and the out is retired there. But it does bring in a run, and so that's an RBI for Colton Thiels. Our second look at Drew Horn tonight. There he is. That one over the second baseman's head. And that will allow a run to come in. So Drew Horn doing a good job. And Drew now reaches for the second time this inning. He scored a run back at the first part of it, so he's reached base twice. Maddox Adelise will stand in. So the Warriors have officially hit around, going into second base and getting there easily. And that had an opportunity to get down to third, but they keep Horn right where he's at. There's a good look at the 8th grader, Drew Horn. 2 8th graders starting in this lineup for the Warriors. They bat back-to-back, Thiels and Horn. Horn with a pretty good lead there, and the pitcher's going to step off and throw back, not in time. Good job keeping the tag on Horn the entire time so as to, if he takes a hand off of it before he's back on the base. Comes set now, the delivery to Adelise. And that is lifted out where we're at. It's coming back here. Ball's going to be caught right in front of us, and that will retire the side. But not before the Warriors pick up 6 runs, or correction, 7 runs in this one in the bottom of the second. They lead it 9-0 when we come back for the top of the third right after this from Valex Federal Credit Union.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Back we go to the top of the third in this one. Still yet to be an hour into this game. 7:01 on your Friday night. I'm Doug Gann with 446 Sports. Excited to have you along for the ride in this one. See what Logan's able to do here. He's been had a pretty good inning last inning. If you consider having a walk and a hit by pitch a good inning, oh yeah, by the way, all he did was pick one off and, well, I'm sorry, he got picked both of them off. That one up and away. I have to ask him if that's what he's working on, is that pickoff move. I say that in jest, of course. Two balls and a strike now. That one misses up and away, and looked like Logan just kind of overthrew that one. Actually, it's up and it's ball 4. Now we'll get a runner down to first. they do know not to stray too far from first base. That one, another one inside and ball one. That's that veering of the move that we told you about from Logan. He'll keep that leg up, hold it there. He'll slide step. He'll do a number of things. Struggling to get it into the zone here, though. Finds that one. The reverse jinx is real, too. Certainly a wonderful way to spend your Friday night is out here at the ballpark. Over to first. And look, maybe just a step off of the bag was the lead by the runner. The coach said, look, if we get another guy picked off, 9-0 Warriors lead this one, top half of the third inning. I mean, barely off the base is the runner at first. We'll get a good look and we'll show you that lead. But when you had two people picked off, that's certainly something. So there's the lead that you see. That's the lead off. And I mean, that's just in the sense of the word, as he's got about a foot off the bag. That one blasted foul. Fills it up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Don't know that that Lowe's going to have the opportunity to pick another one off. I don't expect they will stray too far from the bag. Back leaves that one up high, and he started with 2 back-to-back walks to start things off here in the second, and that's going to draw a visit from head coach Josh Brown. We saw Canyon last night when Coach Brown came out and talked to him, told him just to quit trying to locate it and throw the ball. You don't see any of the infielders come in. This is just a talk he's having there with Logan. Again, this first time back that he's thrown in a couple of weeks since the stitches that he's got. 3 strikeouts on the night, has walked 2 in this inning, walked 1 in the last inning and hit a young man. So he's got 4 free passes on the night. Coach Brown out there having the discussion with him. An official will come out there and say, hey, let's pick it up a little bit, guys. And indeed they will. They'll go out there and talk about things. Runners at first and second here following the 2 walks. Okay, we'll have our Southern Air Cool play of the game. After this one tonight, we'll have one from this one. We'll have one from the Menard game. Again, those runners are not getting very far off the base at all. Swung at that one and missed, and strike 1. Chased one out of the zone, and that's okay, says Logan. We'll take that. Swung through that one, and again, whatever magic that Coach Brown had for him, it settled him down just a little bit. And he's thrown 2 pretty good fastballs there. Bounces that one, and runners don't go anywhere. And I say that partially because they're doing such a good job of holding the runners on that in a short backstop and a bad jump, you're not gonna. It'd have been hosed. There's no doubt about it. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to the Trojans hitter. Nobody down top of the third. East Beauregard looking just to get something across. That one bounces down, and they're going to be off and going. Wells over to third, not in time. And did get that one. Now you got something 90 feet away that they've not done in the last 4 games, and that's put a run across the board. Now they're looking at doing it against one of the better pitchers in the state in Logan Markle. They're going to have to do it with another batter. That's down on strikes there. Strike looking at strikeout number 4 for Markle. First out of the third inning. Oh, Logan just firing back, and Wells can't. I don't think he can get the ball back to low quick enough. Logan just gets that in, and off he goes. That one missed low, but he kind of got off the mound. When he stands in there and stays on that mound, I think he does a little bit better. They're going to check it, and no, they appeal. Nothing doing there, and 2 balls and a strike. See the runners at second and third with just 1 out. The lefty sits back and delivers. Went down low, and 3 balls and a strike now, and dangerously close to walking his third batter of the inning. We saw him do this in game 1 that he threw. Struck out, what was it, 11 in that game? But walked 6. And now that will load him up. You see him around the bases, and that may do it for Logan. As Coach Brown makes his way out there. He takes the ball, and that's going to do it for Logan, I do believe, unless he's just rubbing it down for him. And he's going to go to Cooper Courtright is who he's going to do it, is going to go to. So Fostering Community pitching change here will bring Cooper Courtright to the hill. Speaking of the Fostering Community, don't forget to pick up your crawfish. If you ordered crawfish earlier on, and they sold a record 650 pounds for their crawfish for a cause. They're not taking any more orders, and you can't go by there and get any, but you can pick it up from 4 to 7 out at Huckleberry. You can dine in or take it out there. Sit down, have a time. Enjoy a little bit of time. Eat you some crawfish right there. I know we're going to do the same thing as well, but a big thank you to everybody that participated in the 2025 Fostering Community Crawfish for a Cause. Going to take a break. When we come back, there is 1 down in the top of the third. Bases are loaded. Cooper Courtright comes on in relief of Logan Markle. Markle responsible for all 3 runners on base. We'll be back.
A hot and steamy au jus is the king of dips. It enhances the flavor of everything. Roast beef, onions, cheese. I would dip everything in au jus if I could. Everything. Take it from a real firefighter. You gotta come and try this new French dip sub.
Back here we go, and Courtright finishing up his warm-up pitches. Good outing from Logan. I don't know that he's going to be satisfied with it, but it's nice when you've got an arm like Coop that can come in there and take care of things. We'll see what that does defensively. It'll send Markle, and we'll get you settled on where you're at there. How about a little ground? Top half of the zone for strike 1. Good looking fastball. Well, the book on Coops, he just his arm strength has really increased. He throws that ball, got to be mid-80s. Rocks back, delivers another one. That's right down the pipe. It misses low. Glad to be here with you on a Friday night. That one swung on and didn't foul it off. Got past Wells. Coop comes in. Nobody goes anywhere. But it looked like it was a foul ball, but it wasn't. You heard it, just the ball hit the mitt and go off and hit that padding in the back. Courtright comes set, delivers this one up and out of the zone for ball 2, evens things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. You know, there's some excitement on the East Beauregard side. It's been a number of innings since they've put a run across, and they are looking to do that here tonight. That one bounces low and fills it up now. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 down. Nowhere to put. That one down low and will walk a run in, and that run is charged to Markle, as well as the runners at second and third. 9-1 now in the ball that'll get you out of this inning. That one lifted high and foul and into the ninth there. That one is lifted high. And Epnet's got it there. And, boy, there's going to be a play at the plate now. Oh, and it bounces out of the glove. They'd have had it. Run will tag up and score. Delayed time. Epnet does come up and glove that one, but unable to get the play at home. So record the out at first, put up another run for, and they will. You got to believe they'll appeal that. Epnet was under it there at center field. The runner at that would up and out of the zone. Ball 1. One fouled over into the fence. Wild Wings for the Warrior Roundup. We'll talk about the Warriors Week. We'll award our Player of the Week from BU Designs. And we are there. Monday and Wednesdays, that one gets him on the arm, and that's going to load him back up. Anyway, buy one burger, get one free on Mondays and Wednesdays. Tuesday and Thursdays is buy one, get one free wings. One of those days it's boneless, one of it's traditional. You'll have to go by there and figure the rest of it out. But I tell you that it was certainly there. The burger deal on Monday and Wednesday is certainly a deal. Go by there and check that out. But we'll be there at 5 o'clock Sunday evening. 2 runs have come across Trojans team, top of the third. That one fouled straight back. Good-looking pitch there and good cut at it. But that's one of those where you're on it, just miss it a little bit. So look to see Coop maybe adjust himself speed-wise, maybe drop off a mile or 2 or pump up a mile or 2. 1-1 offering, 2 down. Oh, he takes a lot of it, throws it to the backstop. And it rolls up the line. Logan, the runner at third, is his responsibility as well. Swung through that one. And 2 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, and Cooper gets that momentum going. And he's a good choice to have out of the bullpen because he can go 3 or 4 innings as long as you need him to out of the pen. Rocks back and fires this one right down the middle, and that's going to do it. Strikeout looking. The Trojans of East Beauregard leave the bases loaded, but they put 2 across in the top of the third inning. Snaps a 4-game scoreless streak. We'll see what the Warriors have to answer in the bottom of the third when we come back.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Back we go here at Merrill Blackburn Field, Josh Brown Stadium on the historic grounds of England Air Park. Warriors took a 9-0 lead into the top of the third. East Bow picks up a couple of runs there. The Warriors will be back out. They sent 11 men to the plate last inning. Everybody hit the ball pretty well. Maddox flew out to end things. He represented the 11th man to bat of the inning, which means Kenyon Wright stands in, ready to go. Kenyon's hit the ball hard tonight. Warriors getting into those times when if they can put a big inning together. Rocks back and delivers this one. Kenyon takes that one inside, ball one, much to the chagrin of the outfielders here. But, I mean, I guess you get that anytime. That one bounces around, ball two. I mean, quiet out here at the air park. No planes flying. No traffic. Nobody driving around out here. Just the whispers of baseball being played here. Under the lights on a Friday night. Kenyon watches that one down low. 3 balls and no strikes. The pitching was starting to give way a little bit for this East Bow team in the bottom of the second. We'll see what they're able to put back together here. Kenyon watches the 3-0 offering right down the middle. It's the only reason that one's not back on the YMCA is he had the take signal there. Very disciplined hitter. Might not want to throw that one back in the same spot. That one does not do it. Down low, and Kenyon with another base on balls finds himself down at first. There you get a good look at Kenyon. Brady McDaniel will stride in. Brady is playing third base tonight in this one. A little bit of movement from Brown. That one up and inside, and that's going to send Kenyon down to second base. Let's move Kenyon over to second there, and ball one. It's good talking to Kenyon. You saw that he was fired up and ready to go in that post game last night. They were disappointed that they only got 4 runs. That one's going to bounce into the outfield, but right in front of the center fielder. And Kenyon will stay where he's at. McDaniel, 1 ball, no strikes. Takes this one up high, nothing here, 2-0. This is where it'll drag the game on a little bit on those long at-bats. I remember us talking about it being right at 7 o'clock, and that was 3 outs ago. And this last inning or so, the Warriors put up 7. East Bow put up 2. It's half as long as the first 3 half innings. Drops down sidearm and throws that one in there for the strike. First time that we've seen one down there. Play back to second base there and not close. Canyon in time, not even much of a lead off of it. We'll keep an eye on him. Swung through that one and missed. Fills it up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Chance of base hit, ball 4, echo through the park, and they'll get ball 4 out of the deal. McDaniel and Wright on the bases. Catcher Braden Wells will come to the plate. That one inside for strike 1. This pitcher has shown the ability to throw some pretty good pitches, but unfortunately there's just not been in bunches, and he's unable to string a lot of it together. That one out of the zone. Warriors lead at 9-2 here. New rules this year. It's 20 after 2, 15 after 3, and 4, and 10 after 5. A long way from that here, but you just never know in games where it's fighting the strike zone is difficult. Good heart by this East Beauregard team to fight back and scratch across a couple of runs. Last half of the inning in the top of the third. We play bottom of the third. 3-1 count now to Wells. Gotta believe they'll get a runner out there for him if he reaches. Takes that one inside for ball 4. And the Warrior catcher loads them up. I'll go out and have a little visit. Not a lot of arms to go to on this East Bow side, and they will go to the bullpen. We'll see who he's. Now they're gonna stay here with him. Logan Markle stands in, ready to go. Started the game on the hill and ran into a little. I don't know if it was fatigue or what it was. That one misses inside. Again, the Warriors sent 11 men to the plate last inning. Scored 7 runs. Just nobody out here, and the bases loaded in this one. There's that sidearm pitch that we've seen him throw across for a strike a couple of times in this inning. Didn't see it earlier from him. That one up and chin check there on Markle. Up and out of the way. 2 balls and 1 strike, nobody down. Warriors have not scored here in the third. Looking to bust this one open. That one bounces away, and nobody going there on the 3-1 count now. Canyon at third. Brady McDaniel at second base, and Braden Wells over at first. Logan Markle, the hitter for the Warriors. That one up and out of the way, ball 4, and you'll get a look at Canyon Wright come across to score the game's 10th run. Talon Epnet strides to the plate. First one is thrown down low, and again, you just wonder what arms they have to go to here. Warriors 1 run in the first, or 2 runs in the first, 7 in the second, 1 here in the third. Nobody down, strike 1 right across the plate. Again, we told you that Talon does a good job with 2 strikes on it. I'd like to see him do it here before that. Has a couple RBI in this game already, 1 in the first, 1 in the second. Ground ball back to the pitcher. They're going to go to the plate with it. Fielder's choice for Epnet, but it's the first out of the inning. Cooper Courtright comes in ready to go. Let's get a good look there at Coop. It's the first one out of the zone that we've seen that young man throw from a submarine-style pitch, but I think he dropped down a little bit more than normal on those. That one misses. Ball 2. On there, again, a lot of activity around this weekend. That one bounces around and gets there for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Coop just hanging around there. And this is a tough game on the batters when they're not seeing a lot of strikes out of it. And that one right off the backside, RBI, and then you'll see the run come across and score. Easiest run in there. Colton Thiels will stride in, and somewhere Coop's town said, look, if you're going to walk me and throw a ball there, you don't have to throw it on my hip. That one down low. Hour and 20 minutes into this one, the Warriors lead it by 9. They got the 2 runs back that were given up in the top of the third. Now working to try to get to that magic mark, and a balk is called. No, they're not calling the balk, but everybody stopped, and now that will score the run. They did call the balk ahead of time. Yeah, that's what the call was. That's why everybody had stopped, was that the balk was called as he was heading home and then threw over to first, or threw over to third. So we'll take the run off here, or take the runner off of there. 10-run lead now for the Warriors. Get a good look at the runners second and third. Thiels watches that one go away. That one pushed foul down the right line towards that first base dugout. 3 balls and a strike. 12-2 now. Warriors grinding along here, trying to put this one to bed in this inning. Had to score 8 in this inning. That strike is taken there. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Have 3 here. And again, it's not adding runs on. You're just trying to get out of the game and save your arm is what you do. And save everybody's pitching staff. Swung on and missed, and down on strikes goes Steele for the inning's second out. Drew Horn will come to the plate. Choked up on that bat and just looking to put it down in play, and that one bounces down, low, ball 1. The 3 runs allowed here, if they can keep it here and give themselves a chance to swing the bats again, that's all you want in a game like this. Drops down and throws that one sidearm for a ball and a strike. Been very impressed with the way that young man it's more of a pronounced sidearm when he throws it in, and he said the rest of the time he comes up about 3/4 of the way and he throws the ball. He's not able to find the zone as consistently. Drops down low and throws that one. It is out of the zone, but relying on it too much is, and you can just, you're looking at the body language on the young man, and he's kind of throwing he's throwing with all heart and emotion right here. In there for strike 2. Horn represents the 9th batter of the inning, or the 9th bat, yeah, actually 8th batter of the inning, 9th batter in the lineup as they're trying to get to Adelise at the top of the lineup. Swung on and missed and down on strikes. We'll go to the top of the 4th when we come back.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media.
A hot and steamy au jus is the king of dips. It enhances the flavor of everything. Roast beef, onions, cheese. I would dip everything in au jus if I could. Everything. Take it from a real firefighter. You gotta come and try this new French dip sub.
Quarterright finishing up his warm-up pitches here. That one chases Wells off the side. You get a look at that. The Grace Christian faithful that made it out here tonight on this, what is turning into a cool Friday night. And then those that made the trip from East Beauregard. Certainly appreciate them spending their Friday nights up here in Central Louisiana. And back to work we go. Top of the 4th, we play. The Warriors lead this one 12-2. Good job by East Bo to pick up a couple of runs there in the top of the 3rd. We'll see what they're able to come out and do here. Quarterright did a good job coming in. Those 2 runs were charged to Logan. Inside ball 1. That one up and out of the zone as well. 2 balls and no strikes. See if we can go over there and get a update on that one. Actually, it went final. Menard 14, Grant 0 in that one. That's the same Grant team that we saw here last night in that 4-0 game. Very young group of Menard Eagles took care of business tonight in that one. We'll try to get some updates and stats and such from that. So Nick and them have wrapped things up tonight from Coliseum Boulevard. Fans that are in this one, not a lot to cheer about. It's just a lot of runs on the board for the Warriors. But it's just been that one lifted foul back and out of play. There's our buddy Talon. There he is. Always good to see him patrolling center field out there. Down on strikes he goes. Lower half of the strike zone, but good work there by Cooper Courtwright to get the first out here. It's just a very still night, I guess, if you will. It is a dark sky that is over us. I don't know, no stars that we see. Of course, these lights brighten everything up here. That one up high. A lot of rain in the forecast tomorrow, so keep an eye on everything. Watch your texts from your teams. Good looking strike down there on the bottom floor, strike 1. Keep an eye out for our Facebook page. If you've not followed the page, make sure you did that. And here's an idea. Go download the KVN TV 19.2 app. We are now streaming our games on that one. That one lifted, fouling down the line and out of play. Logan made a run at it, but nothing doing over there. Our games are now streaming on the Night Nation. That's KVN TV 19.2. Got a lot of big things. We'll have a show on baseball and softball starting next week. You won't want to miss that. We'll hear from around the state as that one is there for strike 3. Good work by Courtwright. And, well, great work coming in. Got out of that jam last inning. He came in with the bases loaded and worked himself out of that. But, I mean, he's just been throwing darts here in the top of the 4th. That was another one, strike 1. Oops. Big shout out to his family. They watch all over the country. They tune in to watch that and watch as they have the Courtwrights for a lot of years. Ground ball up the middle. Adelise is going to have it. Off the line and safe. Adelise checking that shoulder a little bit. Looks like he might have tweaked something there. I think he's more just aggravated at himself on that one, but that is an error that allows that young man to get down to first base. Again, if you're watching and following along on YouTube, make sure you hit that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button or like and comment. Let us know where you're watching from. Swung on and missed at that one. Strike 2 there. Courtwright has struck out 2 batters in there. One reached via the error. And looking to strike out the side here. As again, we told you, he's been throwing the ball so solid. There it is. Strike 3 looking down on strikes. Cooper Courtwright strikes out the side. We move to the bottom of the 4th. What do the Warriors have when we come back?
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Back here we go, bottom of the fourth. Getting ready to move to the, what is that, bottom part? Yeah, bottom part of the fourth we play. One ball and one strike there to Adelise as he leads things off for the Warriors. Takes ball two up and away. Had to mute things there for a second and fix a couple of things. And I don't know, it's a bittersweet moment. Say, look, we're watching the game and not listening to Doug. Wait, there's no sound? Oh, yeah, but we're not listening to Doug. So you have that for us. That one, curveball just circles over the head. Adelise was ducking out of the way of it, and it just fired back. Good-looking curveball. New pitcher in there for East Beauregard. Again, we didn't get a roster, so unsure of who that young man is. That one down low fills it up for the Warrior leadoff hitter. 12-2, bottom of the fourth. Warriors could end it a couple of ways. Could put 5 runs up here, or could go back and hold them in the fifth. Swung on and missed through that one, and down on strikes goes Courtright. I think he was, Adelise. I think he was pressing just a little bit there. That'll bring Canyon Wright to the plate. I tell you, this young man from East Beauregard is really, against Adelise, threw the ball well. There's that curveball. That one doesn't quite come back. Starts it behind the head of the Warrior hitter. Big time's been, had a base hit earlier in this one, but hadn't seen a lot of pitches to hack at. That one, the same. There's a lot of pitchers, people have been just throwing away from it, pitching, what is it? We call that an intentional walk. Two balls, one strike delivery goes up high. Or correction, that's 3-0 now to Canyon. You know, he's sitting dead red, too, here. 3-0 he's had. takes on a couple of times. I think they may turn him loose. That one misses outside. So what they say in the Tootsie Pop commercial, the world may never know. Canyon makes it down to first base. Brady McDaniel stands in there. That one in the calf of McDaniel. And he finds himself down at first base as well. And things brewing for the Warriors here. You know, they'd like to go out there and end it here and not have to not bring a pitcher out for another inning. This is Braden Wells. Good interview last night. Able to realize that his teammates give him a lot of grief. Takes that one down there for strike one. Just a good kid, always has been, always very personable, and come up and visited with us here in the booth or anywhere we're at. And big talk this year was that he's catching. Normally when he was in right field, he was able to come out there and give us 5 and then hit on back to his position. This year he said it's difficult from catcher. I said, yeah, I guess so. Takes that one up high. Ball one, 1 strike to the Warrior backstop. Again, just so quiet out here as the fans. There's no cheering going on because there's just not been a lot of activity in this game. 2 balls and a strike. Up high again, 3 balls and 1 strike. One thing I'll tell you is that, though, the chatter of this Eastbo team, they're behind their pitchers the entire time. There's not been a lot of quit in these guys. I understand that they've had a tough stretch over the last few games and having a tough season, but the attitudes of them has been very solid, and you like to see that every time. Logan Markle stands in, ready to go to work. Bases loaded here in this one. First plane that's flown over in a while. Twelve to 2, you see it on the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard there. Warriors, weather permitting, back in action. A ground ball to shortstop. He's going to try to go over to first, off the bag and not in time. Run will score, and the bases will stay loaded. 11-run lead now for the Warriors. Talon Epnet will stand in. Warriors need 4 more to close this one out. 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th. That one up high, ball 1. Again, keep an eye out on your social media and your text groups and chat groups and us as well, and we'll keep you posted on what the situation is like in softball tomorrow, baseball tomorrow, whether these games are made or not. Expecting a lot of rain over the next 24 hours. Epnet drives that one out here. 1 run has come around, and it's bobbled. They'll send another one. Wellesley hustling in up the line, diving in safely, and that's a 2-run. Take a look. Talon Epnet just continues to deliver. game and game and game. He does it. 15-2 now for Talon. Cooper Courtright. Talon would be the game-ending run. He's at first base, but don't expect him to be there very long. I think first pitch he's off and going, and we'll calm all of the conspiracy theorists or anyone that's saying, hey, why is he off stealing second base? There's a throw down. Talon's going to be there, and runners will be at second and third. You do that because you're simply trying to get this game over with. You're not trying to pile on runs, but if you get an opportunity to get to that 15-run mark after 3, which now we're in the 4th, so it'd be that, and that runner's at second base now, you go ahead and take that, save your arm, save your pitching, and just get the game over with. That one up and away. 2 balls and no strikes. This East Bow team, a little deflated now. They've been through a tough stretch. Go back and look at their games. One of those was Oak Hill, one of the local teams, and it's just been a tough stretch. But they're going to get better. They play very well. Just got to develop some pitching. Loaded the bases there in the 3rd. They put those 2 runs across, so did a good job there, but defensively things got away from them. Here's the 3-0 down low. Correction, the 3-1's down. The 2-1's down low, and it's 3-1. So yeah, I tried to give an extra ball that time, and well, I'm telling you out here, I'm away from where the scoreboard is. That one inside, and that is ball 4, and that will load them back up. Pitching change is going to be made, it looks like. No, they'll leave him out there. And look, Coach there does a solid job of coming out and talking to these young players and letting them know, hey, it's okay. And so, it's more than about X's and O's and wins and losses and things. And Easton Marlar, I believe, was announced to hit in this one. That one up and over the helmet. Dive in and see if we can get a look at that. Yeah, that's Marlar there. And you hear that from the cat. Look, I'm telling you what, there's just no quitting. The fans and the enthusiasm, the spirit of this East Beauregard Trojans team. Keep an eye out on their development throughout the season and over the next couple of years. Top of the strike zone there. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Marlar. Base hit would, in all likelihood, end this thing. It's going to take it with 2 strikes. That one misses down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. See, the Warriors have them loaded here. Two ball, 2 strike offering. Swung on and missed, and down on strikes goes Marlar. Drew Horn will stand in there again. Drew Horn, seems like we've called his name a lot tonight, and that just lets you know the Warriors have flipped this lineup over a lot. 15-2 will take a base hit here keep it going. Or the Warriors just did get them a little insurance run, a run or two, in case they do have to go back out in the top of the 5th. So the new rule this year was 20 after 2, 15 after 3 or 4, and then 10 after 5. So the Warriors have gotten to the point where they could end it in 5. Base hit here, though, would put it to bed in 4. It's going to be up to Horn. Good curveball. Boy, that's that nasty curve that we've seen from him. Look up on the board and see just where we're at. Swung on and missed, and working on the old fall down, and there's nothing doing there as Courtright bites the dust over there at first base, trying to draw a throw and getting a run down. Coach Brown trying to get the run in from third and second here. Horn fouls that one back. Will be an abbreviated post game in this one. We'll be back here, weather permitting, tomorrow afternoon. That is scheduled for 2 o'clock. I don't know if they'll try to move it up or what they'll do with it. Rocks back and fires this one. Horn fouled that one off, staying alive. So glad, though, that you've chose to join us on a Friday night. Again, hit that like and follow button there on Facebook. Tell your friends about it and keep an eye out for us with highlights and updates from a big night of baseball and softball tonight. That one is ground back foul of the backstop. We have had a number of big ones. 2-run walk-off home run. Buckeye beats West Washita in that one. Full complete video is being uploaded, and we'll have highlights of it as well for you. Base is loaded, 2 outs, up and out of the strike zone. That one behind Horn, and it is a walk that puts a run in. Now it's up to Adelise to end this. That one bounces around, but nobody going. And that's just, look, in any other ballpark, the ball game's over at that point. But not here. Just no room. You compare that to, heck, over at Ash, all the room that there is there behind that one. 90 feet away from ending this one. Adelise, the leadoff hitter, shortstop for the... And the pitcher balks. He falls down. Yeah, and that's going to end it. It's going to be a balk off on that, and that will be the ball game. And that's got to be probably the most unique way that I think one could have ended. But that'll do it. 17-2, your final score. Epnet comes in to score just to close things out. Epnet comes in to score on the balk. And that's the ball game. Keep an eye out for tomorrow and what's going on. Weather permitting, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm Doug Gann. It's 446 Sports. God bless you all, and good night.